Hello people, this is Power here with the review of the Ultraman Z DX Ultra Metal Ultra Legend Metal Set EX01. I forgot. I think these are still the Ultra Legend sets. If I quickly look back, yeah, these are still the Ultra Legend metal sets. So, basically in November, they just decided to dump a bunch of medals on us and be like, hey guys, have fun. And so, as you can see right here, for EX01, we have Shining Ultraman 0, Glenfire, Mirror Knight, Johnbot, John 9, and Jeed. However, we have Jeed again, but this one's the normal one, not the Rise medal. So essentially, this first set is the Ultimate Force Zero set, featuring Jeed, because, you know, it's Zero's 10th anniversary. So there we got Zet Alpha Edge. I don't know why they have that one. I would have preferred original, just because I prefer that form a lot more. And just base functionality and such. So let's get straight to this. So here are the medals out of the package. Obviously, typical how we do this, even though now it's significantly doubled. So, taking a look at our first medal as we look at our stack of medals that have fallen. Here's the first medal of the set, Shining Ultraman 0. As you can see around there. And obviously the background indicating that it will emit a yellow LED. Obviously a transnamp because it's the first medal. And even though it's pointless, here's a comparison to just normal Zero and the actually adding this shining to his name. So that's actually neat. Okay, now here is obviously, now we're going to get into the Ultimate Force Zero with the Glenfire, emitting a red LED. Mirror Knight, green LED, makes sense. Johnbot, emitting another red LED, and I find his to be funny because his portrait literally covers his name, so that's just funny. John 9, at least with him you can actually see his name, and he emits a white LED. Last but not least, here is normal Jeed primitive, because I think I forgot to state this in the review, but these are, the gold rims are Rise medals. They're not just normal Ultra medals. So basically this is the one Haruki originally gains from Riku, but then obviously when he has all Zero and Belly all together, they evolve. And Riku, or G Primitives, is just a gold rim now. So yeah. So technically with this, you technically have a normal G primitive, but other than that, we'll get to it later. So yeah, let's get with the Z-Riser. So with the Z-Riser, I'm actually gonna put them, again, as I've been doing lately, I'm actually gonna put them all together for time's sake. Great. So the first three. So, as you heard, there's the transformation for Giant Ultraman Zero. It seems like ever since the G Riser, they've been cutting it down just for people's sake. And obviously, Gwenfire and Mirror Knight don't have any transformation sounds because we never saw them transform. So they just have like generic transformation sounds. Now for the finishers. So, there we get the finisher for Giant Ultraman Zero, which I forgot the name of it. I apologize for that. I really only knew the name of it because of the Sake Rib Gyro, but it might have been a different one. And obviously Gwenfire and Mirror Knight don't have sounds for their finishers, apparently. I think they do, they just didn't have them on hand, so they get the generic finishers. So that's why I'm pairing them up. Next up, normal, G primitive, John Bot, and John 9. Obviously, G primitive is the exact same as his Rise Metal counterpart, and these two are still have generic sounds. Even though I'm pretty sure these two do have transformation sounds, but John 9 hasn't had a transformation sound since Ginga. So obviously we get Wrecking Burst and two generic sounds. So with that, we actually do have a single fusion to cover, which we're going to do it twice because, you know, we need some other thing to do. So I'm going to do, well, first of all, I'm going to have to demonstrate the fact that this does work the same as this. I'm not going to do all the fusion rises again, even though I technically should, because, you know, I have to prove to people it's the same exact metal. It's just that it's the same thing. It's just that each copy of a metal is different. So this one we need Ultraman and Shining Ultraman Zero. So there we get G Shining Mystic within Z. Obviously, whoops. Obviously, when we change out the access cards, obviously the only different thing with the light combination is that you don't have an extra red light. So there we actually get Riku announcing the finisher, Space Sim Star Drive. So overall, this set it's fine. Like, it just, like, I can't really complain with, like, essentially with the entirety of the Ultimate Force Zero not really having much sound besides announcements. Because it's just, like, that's simply been a thing that they've had since the start of these gimmicks. So I can't really necessarily blame them for that. Excuse me. The only thing I can really commend them for is just the fact that these four are finally actually getting something again. Because, like, again, the only things they've gotten were Spark Dolls. And from what I know, they were programmed in the Orb Ring. I think they were programmed in the Jade Riser too. But that was it. But now, finally, we get, the Ultimate Force Zero once and for all, and it's really cool. However, obviously, like, it is nice that they actually do include, necessary ultras we need for one fusion, but just fine. So it's nice to get Shiny Ultraman Zero, and obviously it's nice to actually get normal Jade, because despite Haruki not using this one, you can now actually finish off your Z holder that I haven't been showing, and simply slot them into the slot, and now you got the entire holder filled. So this is, like, really nice to actually see, or just to have once and for all, because you can actually store all of Haruki's main medals into a holder. But yeah, other than that, like, I guess this is essentially establishing how exactly these EX sets are gonna go, which is not bad, but I can't even say they're, like, not recommendable, because the set all Ultra Medals are. So yeah, that's it. This is PowerRider. Now leave you people. Bye.